Arsenal 4, Norwich nil. A dominant performance. I've been waiting for a performance like this for so long. So long. I mean, just give it up to the boys for what they did today. 2 goals by Aubameyang, 1 assist. He gets his 50th and 51st goal for Arsenal, becoming the fastest player to get to 50 goals. That's ahead of Ian Wright, ahead of Thierry Henry, ahead of Alexis Sanchez, and ahead of Olivier Giroud. So, big props up to Thierry on that. I think what he's done for Arsenal so far, I think he is a fantastic, world-class striker, and today his form tremendous. I have nothing to complain about with Aubameyang and his performance today, but it was an overall such a solid team performance. I mean, overall, I thought we played really well. I think there were a few people in this game that didn't play well, and I'll get to them later. But overall, a really solid performance by the team. Aubameyang, my man of the match. I mean, when you score 2 goals and get an assist, 1 goal short of getting a hat trick, I mean, you got to get a 10 performance. I mean, and when I looked at what I gave some of the other players, I mean, it's all pretty much similar. Aubameyang for me is the man of the match. I gave Reece Nelson a 5. I thought he did okay. Just needed to be a little bit more brave in the way how he approached the game. You know, he maintained his position, he worked hard, he tracked back, but there were times when, you know, he would go on and he would dribble the ball and be like, great, he's making space, but just try to go and maybe score a goal, and you could just tell he's hiding. He's not wanting to get things wrong when he should be trying to get things right. And I think that's the issue with Reece right now. And it comes down to a confidence. I sussed it out earlier on this season. He's a confidence player, and he just needs a lot more games in order to get confidence. Do I think we should sell him? No. Still, we need to give him more time, give him a season playing regular first team football. I like the way how Mikel Arteta is, you know, resting players and giving players chances to play games, and this is what Reece needs. So it's an okay performance from Reece, but from what I've seen him play in the past in Hoffenheim, there's an opportunity for him here to play even better. So come on, Reece, like, I know you could do more. So in today's game, we played a 3-4-3 formation. Obviously, Aubameyang up top, Nelson on the right, Aubameyang on the left, and then we had lack of threat up front. And that's right, you heard me right. Alex lack of threat. And that's exactly what he was today. He was a complete lack of threat. I mean, you had people trying to create chances for him in today's game. Reece Nelson tried to create a couple of chances for him. Aubameyang tried to create a couple of chances for him. Willock in the second half tried to create a couple of chances for him. And just nothing was going his way. Yes, he tracked back. Yes, he tried to work hard. But he's another player that confidence is a massive issue with him. And personally, I feel that his time at Arsenal is almost done. When Eddie Nketiah is playing ahead of you, who is showing more confidence, playing in that first team as though like he owns it, I think your time is done. I really do. The lack of form for me is terrible. Like, Lacazette is just not good enough for Arsenal. It really isn't, especially when you got 2 years left on your contract. Next, we've got Ceballos. I gave Ceballos a 7. I thought he had a really good, solid performance today, like a lot of the players in the Arsenal squad. I think he was really trying to drive the ball forward, much more so than I've seen him in previous games. I don't know whether in this game he looks a little bit more sharper. For me, he was grabbing the ball, dribbling, trying to create chances. Like, you could tell more of his football flair was really coming out in this game. And I don't know if it was one of those games where he just felt, okay, it's Norwich, I'm going to go, I know we're better than them, let me express myself. But if that wasn't the case, I saw a step in Ceballos where, apart from him not scoring a goal, I think this is probably one of his better performances. I thought he played really well, good solid performance. Again, he's another player that likes to, dive quite a bit too much, get us a free kick. I don't mind that. I think Guendouzi, I call Guendouzi the master of the dark arts, just because he knows how to get a free kick, and he did quite a lot of that during the game. So that was good for Arsenal, but he also put in a shift in defensively, and you know what? I have no problem with that. Then there's Granit Xhaka. Now, I've talked about Granit Xhaka time and time again on this channel. I do not like Granit Xhaka in our midfield because I believe that we should have a midfield that has a fluid system that can constantly interchange with one another. But in today's game, Granit Xhaka showed that he is capable of that fluidity. Granit Xhaka not only did what he previously had been doing in other games, being that deep line playmaker, just kind of recycling the ball really well, but he actually drove forward. He drove forward, got in attacking positions, and scored a goal through the legs of the goalkeeper. I mean, brilliant. Like, who wouldn't want that? Like, I thought Granit Xhaka's performance was really good, and the fact that he got a goal for me is enough where I could bump him up to an 8, which is what I gave him today. Because for me, when you're scoring a goal or getting an assist, you got to give at least an extra point, maybe an extra couple of points if it's a goal in open play. So for me, I gave Granit Xhaka an 8. Then there was Mustafi, Luiz and Kolasinac at centre-back. And I gave all three of them 6s. I thought overall they had solid performance overall. Nothing really went wrong. They did things that were well. They didn't make any blunders. They cleared things. I didn't really feel that threatened by Norwich, and I think they were able to hold down the fort of the Arsenal defence pretty much comfortably. So really good, solid performance by the defenders at Arsenal, and I do think that maybe this back three system is continually working for us. So let's see what happens. But yeah, good solid performance by Mustafi, Kolasinac, and David Luiz. And then we had Martinez in goal. Now, Martinez, this is the third game in a row where I can honestly say, wow, Martinez, you have played really, really well. Like, in the first half, even though Norwich didn't trouble us too much, first half he had a couple of good saves that I thought Martinez did very well. One really earlier on I was super impressed by. And in the second half, there was a couple other guys. I think the first half is the one by Godfrey. Second half, it might have been by Ida, the Norwich striker, the young striker that they have. He came on at half time, and he had a shot really earlier on that was saved by Martinez, and then I think another long one by Hernandez that I thought Martinez dealt with really, really well. So again, another good solid performance by Martinez. Didn't do anything wrong with overall. Again, another solid performance. Like, I don't know what Leno's going to do. I really don't know what Leno's going to do because when you're looking with how well Martinez has played, I'm honestly would keep Martinez in goal, even when Leno's fit. Like, you continue with the consistency until Martinez fucks up, and then you bring Leno back. And that's the way how I see it. But I think the real test with Martinez will be over these next 4 games. Is he capable of dealing with Wolves? Is he capable of dealing with Tottenham? Is he capable of dealing with Sheffield United? Leicester City. Is he capable of dealing with? I think we've got Aston Villa and then Liverpool. I think Watford as well that we've got. But yeah, it's these more difficult teams that I think is going to be the real test for Martinez going forward. But he's definitely shown and proven to me that he's definitely good enough to be a good second backup goalkeeper for Arsenal. So well done to a good solid performance by Martinez. Then we have some of the subs. So Rob Holden, he came on. I gave him a 6. Along with Joe Willock, I also gave him a 6 as well. Both players, really good, solid performance. Came on later on in the game in the last kind of 20 minutes. So didn't really have that much to do. But again, the little that they did still managed to put on a pretty good, solid performance within the game. Then there was Eddie Nketiah. He came on as well. And Nicola Pepe, who also came on, who I gave Nketiah a 6, just because he was on a little bit longer, and I gave Pepe a 5, just because he came on really, really late, and there wasn't much that he could really do to really show off in the game. Oh, 2 players I did forget, Tierney and Bellerin. So Tierney, again, I'm watching the game and I'm thinking, he's another Monreal. Again, Mr. Consistency. Puts in another 7 out of 10 performance. Again, the only thing that I could say, reason why I didn't give him more, is because he didn't get an assist and he didn't score a goal. It's the only reason why. But it was a good, solid performance. He got not a pre-assist, but a second assist. There was a lot of that, I think, for Aubameyang's first goal, or first or second goal. Again, so well done to Tierney. Again, it's a good, solid performance defensively, really solid, and I think he's going to be a key component for our defence over the next 5-6 years within this Arsenal side. And you know what, 20 mil for a player like him, I think is a bargain, real bargain for what he's producing right now for Arsenal. And then Hector Bellerin, I gave Bellerin, what did I give Bellerin? I gave Bellerin a 5. Might be a little harsh. You know what? Fuck it. I give him a 6. I give Bellerin a 6. I think overall he did alright within the game. Didn't really do much that was wrong. Some of the times I felt that he could have made better tackles and he could have tracked runners a little bit better. But overall, nothing really to speak out that bad in terms of Bellerin's performance. And then finally, the person on the thumbnail here, Cedric Soares. Now, let's talk about Cedric. So Cedric last week, or earlier on this week, signed a 4-year deal for Arsenal. He hasn't played any minutes before this point, and everybody questioned whether we should have given him a 4-year contract. Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. Don't you ever question Cedric Soares. Did you see that goal that he scored today? My word. Our new right back scoring screamers like that. I mean, Bellerin, you have got a massive, massive problem right now. You've got Maitland-Niles, supposedly doing well, and you got Cedric Soares scoring screamers in his first game. Excellent. I've seen Cedric Soares play for Portugal, and he is a good, solid player, but I didn't expect that. So, well done for Cedric Soares. I gave him a 7, just for the sheer fact that it was his debut, he hadn't played in a while, and he scored a goal. And when you mix those 3 factors together, it's like, why not? But guys, let me know your thoughts on the game. What do you think on my match ratings? Do you agree, disagree? What are your match ratings? Leave your comments below. It really does help the channel out. Please remember to continue to like, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.